Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon so that the next time the episode comes up, you get a notification. We are very different and we're both men, but his idea of being a man is this.
तू मर्द है, मर्द बन के रह यार.
ये लाइनें मैंने सुनी है कि क्या लड़कियों की तरह रोता है.
So what? So it's kind of like a slap to the society.
What about, the hair down there?
अरे यार आइडिया ऑफ ब्यूटी जो सोसाइटी ने दिया हुआ है ना कि यू शुड लुक लाइक दिस.
Hello, this is Ankush Bahuguna and you're listening to me on The Gentleman Show by The Man Company, जहाँ पे we discuss the modern gentleman और हर वो aspect जो हमारी लाइफ से जुड़ा होता है जिसके बारे में हम सोचते हैं बट उतना डिस्कस नहीं करते हैं. तो देखो, अगर एक पॉडकास्ट है अबाउट मेन तो ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि मेकअप पे एक एपिसोड ना हो, बिकॉज दिस नीड्स टू बी टॉक्ड अबाउट. एंड आई थिंक दैट इवन दो अभी फिर भी कॉन्वर्जेशन थोड़ी शुरू हो गई अबाउट मेन वेयरिंग मेकअप, देयर आर स्टिल अ लॉट मोर नुआंसेस दैट वी ऑल नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, जिसकी वजह से आज हमारे शो पे एक नहीं बट दो गेस्ट्स हैं. वी हैव विद अस BettaNaanStop, which is who is one of India's finest drag queens.
Hello, Ankush.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you for having me here.
It's our pleasure and I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Me too.
And then we have Aman Bhatia, who is an ace makeup content creator and I just found out also a makeup artist. Hi Aman.
Hi Ankush, how are you?
I am good. I am looking forward to this.
So am I.
Let's start from the beginning, Betta. So tell our listeners what you do, who drag queens really are, when did you start, what happened, the journey.
So I am a drag queen, as Ankush introduced me as, and a drag artist is essentially someone who's creating exaggerated character for stage or for video or for a podcast. So basically it's you expressing your wildest and the most craziest imaginative creature that you've always had in your head.
Oh, so it can be a creature also.
It can be a creature. It doesn't have to be gender specific.
Okay.
It can be an alien. It can be a tree. It can be an animalistic sort of a thing.
Okay.
There's a lot. Like drag is huge. It's not just women impersonators. It's not just men dressing up as women.
Okay.
It's anyone belonging to any gender, any identity, creating something, creating a tool to express themselves, which they feel they might not be able to do out of drag.
Oh, all right. So basically, if I understand this correctly, आप लोग dress up करते हो as something, and that also includes like makeup is a big part of it, and then you get on stage and then you perform for people.
Yeah.
It's an art form.
It's an art form.
Right.
As in like basic simple terms, it's an art form.
Like there's theatre,
It is a
there's
part
drag.
of theatre, and
Okay.
theatre has had drag since, like, if you want to go to the history where women were not allowed to step out of the house and work, there were men essentially who were playing all these.
Right.
I think drag came into my life. It was there in my life for a very long time because I would always like sneak in when nobody's home and dress up, get into my sister's closet.
तो
and
बचपन में मम्मी की साड़ियाँ वगैरह.
yeah, mummy sari, sister skirts, everything. And somehow वो जो परांदे को extension के लिए they use a hair thing.
Yeah.
My sister got that for her annual day school के function में, and वो मेरे हाथ में आ गया, उसका काम खत्म, अब मेरे पास. And everyone's like कहाँ गया, फेंक दिया होगा, but it was in my closet, मेरी अलमारी में था. And so that was my wig, that was my first wig. But I was a little kid and I did not know that is drag and what am I doing. It was, for me, it was just fun. I would play all those cheesy 90s Bollywood songs and play and dance अपने living room में, everything. Like recently अभी performance में मैंने पिया किया from हर दिल जो प्यार करेगा, and everyone's like, everyone
Major throwback.
Major throwback, right? So I was also full circle moment कि मतलब बचपन में मैं ऐसे करता था, अब मैं स्टेज पे एक लाइव ऑडियंस पे कर रहा हूँ. So तो ड्रैग था बहुत टाइम से मेरी लाइफ में, बट आई गॉट टू नो ड्रैग थ्रू RuPaul's Drag Race, the reality show, American reality show. उसमें drag queens, they come every season, they perform, they compete with each other for America's Next Drag Superstar.
And they make their own costumes.
They make their own costumes.
Makeup.
They set up their own hair. I also do that, not just them.
No, of course. But like, there's so much talent that I mean, I saw one episode of that show and I was like, wow, are these people doing this all by themselves? That's crazy.
That's the best part. I think because it's also related to freedom, right? Like I said कि आप अपने अंदर जो एक expression करना चाहते हो,
Right.
तो आप ही अगर मेकअप करोगे, आप ही उसकी स्टाइलिंग करोगे, आप ही उसका हेयर सेट करोगे, तो ही वो ट्रू होगा कैरेक्टर आप
अच्छा,
से.
okay.
So I think that's where the drag for me.
Right.
And this is not a textbook definition. कोई आप किसी को बोलेगे आप वाइवा देने जाओगे ये आंसर के साथ, आपको 0 मार्क्स मिल सकते हैं.
I mean, I really wish कि एक दिन वाइवा में ये चीजें पूछी जाएं, so that normalized कि स्कूल में डिस्कस हो रहा है.
True.
But
I can be a good guest lecturer also.
okay, to all the teachers and people who are handling the education system listening, you have BettaNaanStop here. So, Aman, तो मुझे बताओ, what do you love about makeup? And, you know, how did you... So, you started as a makeup artist?
I started as an engineer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
Let's
an
go
engineer.
back one more step. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
you started as an engineer.
Yeah, I
And
did
then-
my BTech.
Right.
And then I realized I need to do something. Like, you know, I enjoy using makeup. So let's just do it on others.
So, उससे पहले you were doing makeup on yourself or you were not doing that?
I used to do makeup. I have been wearing makeup since I was 13.
Oh, okay.
But it upgraded as I grew. So
You learned more.
yeah, I learned more and more. And then I thought, let's just learn it professionally, because I used to get on Instagram, I used to get a lot of DMs. Do you do makeup? And I thought, okay, I can make a lot of money from this. And
Why not? It's an avenue for you.
yeah. So I worked, I did my BTech, and I did the job related to
Right,
BTech.
right.
For 1 year, I saved up my money,
Huh.
and then I did course, like a makeup course. And after that, I became a makeup artist. I started working for a brand also. I worked with them for a year.
हाँ.
And
then you decided कि अब मुझे content creation भी करना है.
no, it was COVID. I had nothing to do. I was getting my
Okay.
account में salary लगा देते थे वो. ठीक है, अब मेरे पास कुछ करने के लिए नहीं, कितना खा लूँ, कितना Netflix देख लूँ. So I thought, okay, let's sit in front of the camera and do makeup. I uploaded my first video and I got like amazing response.
Yeah.
And slowly, and after 3 months, like I was approached by Cosmopolitan for an
Okay.
article, and then I started doing that.
That's pretty cool, and I think all three of us would agree कि एक होता है makeup, like love for makeup, और एक होता है also love for the camera.
Yeah.
You know, there's love for performing. There are two different things. I know a lot of people जिनको makeup करना अच्छा लगता है, but they don't necessarily want to be on camera wearing makeup. But was that transition from like a makeup artist, someone who works behind the scenes, to be the face of your content, was that...
No, it never happened. Actually, to be honest, when I used to work with brands, also people, like when we work with a brand, you have a lot of clients coming up to you. They always used to tell me, "Oh my God, you have amazing lips. You should have you taken lip fillers or something." So every time I used to like, maybe I'm too pretty. Maybe I'm too pretty.
You are.
And
You are.
thank you.
Maybe the world needs to see me.
Yep. They don't know.
And then I sat in front of the camera, and like I said, the first response was the only thing that changed my mind. No, I can do this.
Okay,
And-
and was the family supportive?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. Like, how did your family come to terms with the fact that you
No,
wanted to...
my parents actually, they asked me to do one thing. Once I completed my BTech, they wanted me to work to see how it is
course.
to do job 9 to 5, learn the lesson of punctuality and whatever the normal parents think. And after that, they were like, okay, now you have done whatever you wanted to learn, and I think you are ready for your journey now. So go ahead and do whatever you need to.
That's pretty cool, no?
Yeah.
And
That is really amazing. I think parents need to give their children
And
the
I think I
freedom
feel
for
lucky that way.
yeah, I mean, of course, but I really wish कि अभी for the first time I wish कि parents ये podcast सुन रहे हो.
I know.
Because
I hope कोई सुन रहा है, like
Yeah.
literally.
And
my
you know, it's
parents would definitely listen this, like each and everything. They, even the content that I upload, my dad is like, you have too much color on your cheeks, just reduce it. You need to do this eye makeup. My mom comes and everybody is like,
that's
Everybody is a makeup artist.
no, like they need to give me some of the other idea every time. Even when I'm go live on Instagram, my dad comes, he feeds me, he's like, eye makeup looks too much. You need to reduce it. Okay, I do this, do that, and I'm like, everybody is asking me, who's there behind the camera? It's like my dad.
it's hard for, I'm sure it's heartwarming for so many people out there listening to this right now who crave that support from family. It's a message for them that, you know, you never know, your family might just be more accepting than you think they could be, right?
Yeah.
And I feel इस podcast पे बहुत सारे लोग आए जिन्होंने similar story बताई है कि, you know, हमने engineering करी, हमने ये किया, उसके बाद we just took on our own journey. But nobody has talked about makeup like this. So I feel that this is sending out another message that this could also be a career avenue for people now, right?
I think makeup is all about being yourself. Makeup is not about, it's meant for women. They are only supposed to use, it should be used to make you look good. No, makeup can be used by anybody.
It's like wearing clothes, right? You like, I mean, to all the men, I keep saying this, ki you like putting on a biker jacket and you feel cool about it.
That's people drag, by the way. If that person is wearing a biker jacket for a bike ride, that is drag.
Wow.
That's something new.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. Person wearing a coat and tie for his corporate job, that is drag. Like RuPaul says, you were all born naked and the rest is drag. So basically, like you dressing up for the podcast, that's also drag.
Oh, this is an eye-opening moment for like literally everyone, I think, right now. So thanks for saying that. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Now, I know that there has been a lot of conversation about, men normalizing makeup and, breaking stereotypes and this and that. And like, I have also been told ki, oh, you are breaking stereotypes by doing this, that. And then I spoke to a lot of my friends from the LGBTQIA plus community and they made me understand that, जब मैं मेकअप करता हूँ लोग इतनी इजीली एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं और मुझे सपोर्ट करते हैं और बोलते हैं कि अच्छा तुम महान हो, तुमने कुछ बहुत बड़ा काम करा है. बट द ट्रूथ इज दैट सो मेनी पीपल हैव बीन डूइंग दिस बिफोर मी एंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम एंड मी इज़ माई जेंडर आइडेंटिटी. और मेरे पास प्रिविलेज है कि मैं एक सिस जेंडर मैन हूँ, तो मैं जो भी करूँगा वो नोटिस होगा. बट मुझसे पहले कितने लोग कितना कुछ कर चुके हैं पर उनको किसी ने नोटिस नहीं किया. इनफैक्ट उनको बुली किया गया. सो आई मीन आई थिंक बेटा वी शुड स्टार्ट विद यू ऑन दिस.
आई थिंक उसके पीछे ये रीज़न नहीं है कि आप सिस जेंडर हो. इट्स मोर लाइक कि आपके लिए बिकॉज आप सिस जेंडर हो आपके लिए वो करना थोड़ा ईजी है देन समवन हु इज लेट्स से नॉन बाइनरी और अ ट्रांसजेंडर पर्सन.
And explain that. Why is it easier for me?
So because we live in a heteronormative society and because you are cisgender, the privilege that you mentioned that comes with it. So it wasn't easy for you also. Nobody's diminishing your struggle. कोई आपके
Nobody's invalidating the hate that
exactly.
I get. Yeah.
But it is a big achievement. Like एक लड़के की भी फोटो eyeliner पे एक magazine पे आना, that is also a big thing for a country like India.
Right.
But conversation वो थी and बात ये है कि it's a little easier for someone like you.
Yeah.
Or maybe even for me, like मैं भी out of drag cis हूँ, I'm okay. मेरे को इतना ज़्यादा bullying उतना नहीं देखना पड़ता. Like until unless I'm like
you're dressed up in it.
Fully dressed up or wearing even like slightest bit of makeup metro में या कहीं पे. तो the conversation what they're trying to say is कि जो लोग आपसे पहले भी करते आ रहे हैं, जिनका करियर भी है मेकअप में या मेकअप आर्टिस्ट ही हो गए जो लाइक बैक एंड मेकअप आर्टिस्ट जो फ्रंट में नहीं आते, उन लोग को फिर भी रिडिक्यूल किया जाता है जो थोड़े और फेमिनिन है या जो सिस जेंडर नहीं है, हु आर नॉट मैनली बेसिकली. सो इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ स्लैप टू द सोसाइटी कि अच्छा मतलब मेकअप भी वही आदमी लगा सकता है जो मर्दाना है.
हाँ, मतलब तुम्हें मेकअप लगाने के लिए भी अपनी मैस्कुलिनिटी प्रूव करनी पड़ेगी तभी तुम अलाउड
तो
हो.
आप देख रहे हो कि हाउ फ्रेजाइल मैस्कुलिनिटी इज कि मतलब इतनी छोटी छोटी चीज़ों में भी मतलब इट साउंड सो स्टूपिड कि तेरे 6 पैक एब्स है तो ही तू आईलाइनर लगा सकता है, नहीं तो नहीं लगा सकता.
Right. But like I was like we were just discussing, we would also love if the same support was extended to people who are from the LGBTQIA plus community. So many non-binary people, so many trans people, so many queer people who do makeup, but just because of their identity, उनको वो same support नहीं मिलेगा. Have you faced this in person?
अब जैसे अभी आप कह रहे हो कि you see so many different faces, this is definitely refreshing. मेरे लिए बचपन में एक ऐसा फेस होता मैगजीन पे, तुम्हारा ही होता, और मेरी मम्मी जब मुझे डांट रही थी कि तू आईलाइनर क्यों लगा रहा है तो मैं वो दिखाता उनको.
और मेरे लिए था, honestly मेरे लिए था because I've seen drag performances. I've seen it. I've seen you in drag before. I've seen Sushant in drag before.
Yeah.
So for me, I had that image in mind, right? So when I started doing makeup, I know that my journey started much after so many other people. So subconsciously, yes, I was inspired by so many queer icons.
Yeah.
Right. And
I am inspired. I'm getting inspired every day with like every new drag queen that I come across. Even on Instagram, किसी का photo देख लो या किसी का makeup post देखो, makeup tutorial देख लो. It is inspiring and I think अगर लोग accept करने लगे कि मुझे सब कुछ नहीं पता है life में, मुझे इस दुनिया में सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है, ये जानना ज़रूरी है, तो अब आप ओपन होते हो कि आप नई चीज़ें सीख सकते हो, नई चीज़ें सुन सकते हो. सीखो छोड़ो सुनो तो.
हाँ, सुनोगे तभी
तो सीखोगे. और फिर एट द सेम टाइम ऑल्सो लाइक इट्स ओके इफ़ यू डोंट लाइक इट, यू नीड टू लर्न हाउ टू माइंड योर ओन बिजनेस ऑल्सो.
यही पॉइंट है मेरा कि अगर तुम किसी लड़के को मेकअप करते हुए देखते हो और तुम्हें वो नहीं पसंद है, मुड़ जाओ. it's not a communicable disease कि अगर मैंने तुम्हारे मुंह पे छींक दिया तो तुमको भी जुकाम हो जाएगा. It's not like
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID.
I think the biggest problem is acceptance. क्या होता है कि I see so many men and you know when I see somebody for example अगर मैं कभी किसी को पहली बार मेकअप करते हुए देखता हूँ and I see there is another person who is saying तो he is like यार ये क्या कर रहे हो लड़कियों वाले काम. ओके द थिंग इज माइंडसेट में इशू है.
आपको भी सुनने
जब
को मिला.
आप पहली बार करोगे और आप देखोगे और उसे एक्सेप्ट करना भी तो आपकी ड्यूटी है. अगर आप ये बोलोगे हमने कभी ये देखा ही नहीं है पहली बार देख रहे हैं तो आप एक्सेप्ट भी तो करो उसे. तभी तो वो पहली बार नॉर्मलाइज होगा. वरना वो नॉर्मल नहीं होगा. वो हर बार पहली बार ही रहेगा क्योंकि आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हो उस चीज़ को.
That's beautifully put, Aman. That's beautifully put. I have realized with time that with respect to like sexuality, gender, everything, makeup, men wearing makeup, a lot of things we see around us which we may not understand fully, but it is okay to not understand things fully, but it is more important to accept them because everybody is an adult minding their business, and if it's not harming you, then it's none of your business to tell people what to do, no?
Exactly.
Definitely.
तुम्हारा क्या जा रहा है. कोई मेकअप लगा भी रहा है, तुम नहीं बिलीव करते, तुम मत लगाओ, तुम्हारा क्या जा रहा है, राइट? बट ऐसा हैज इट हैपेंड टू यू वेयर पीपल एसोसिएट इट विद कि ये लड़कियों वाले काम हैं?
Just read my comment section Instagram में post के नीचे. You'll understand how much they say. But
Even now.
But how does that matter to me? I live my life. I'm living my happy life. I'm surrounded by people who love me, and I don't even know about their existence. So how does that matter? But
that could also be, na, because Aman, you are surrounded by people who support you. There may be so many people who may not have that support, no?
I just know one thing. People around me who support me are the people who educate others as well. Because when they support me, they show that if we can support, others can support as well. So I strongly believe in this, that you know if someone is supporting me, I am sure अगर उसके सामने कोई ऐसा इंसान है जो सपोर्ट नहीं करता वो उसे ज़रूर समझाता होगा. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट आई बिलीव इन. If I see something wrong is happening and if I know that is wrong, I definitely go there and tell that person no ये गलत है. So I think people who support me must be like that.
But you know, I'll tell you what happens in like when you're sitting in a group and someone cracks like a homophobic joke or a transphobic joke, and even if you know it's wrong, some people just can't get themselves to confront it right then, because then ना वो दोस्ती खराब होने वाला हो जाता है कि यार तू क्यों टोक रहा है, यार तू क्यों टची हो रहा है, क्या तू भी है?
Yeah, there's a stigma around it actually.
Yeah.
Even standing up, even being an ally, is a stigma. That is why LGBTQAI में A, some people say asexuals, but some people also say A stands for ally, because being an ally also needs coming out. There is a stigma being an ally also कि आप fully support भी करोगे उसमें भी
आप ही को बुली किया जाएगा.
आप ही को बुली किया जाएगा कि तू भी like you said कि तू भी है क्या, तू भी उन्हीं के साथ है क्या. And it's horrible कि आप अपने दोस्तों के साथ ही आप वो conversations नहीं कर पा रहे हो जो आप बोलना चाह रहे हो, चाहे कोई भी हो, चाहे LGBT related हो या किसी को defend हो या anything, any place where your views आपकी thoughts encourage नहीं किए जा रहे हैं, that is not a conducive place. Yeah.
Right. Aman, has any of this ever made you feel like you're a misfit in the man community? Like, have men made you feel like you're a misfit?
No.
You don't allow them to?
Just because I wear makeup so I'm not man enough. It doesn't even make sense. How silly it sounds.
Right. But have you always been this wise? Yeah, development, it's been a journey, or you've always been like this?
See, one thing I'll always, this is what my father says, when you are about to do something new, you will always come across people who will be against you. So if you want to do something new, just be ready for that. So I was ready. When like I said, from my first video, I was ready. And जब वो हुआ, and exactly that is what happened. There were negativity around me, but
and with like Aman's story, I feel you have been at the receiving end of all of this change, which I'm really happy to see.
Yeah, it's refreshing to hear.
It's really, and the society, the place where I live, even now, just wearing nail paints and walking from the last building to the main gate of the society in itself, not just from people from my age, छोटे बच्चे भी की करके निकलेंगे या कुछ करेंगे. It does hurt. Like
that's exactly what I was coming to. Like, what is it being in drag and being outside the stage, you know?
I used to take dance classes अपनी society में. There were summer vacations पे छोटे छोटे बच्चे आते थे, and then coincidentally when I started going public with my drag, मेरे students कम हो गए, and then randomly like 3 लोग डांस कर रहे हैं, and then मैं नीचे ऐसी just to see, and वहाँ पे बाकी बच्चे खेल रहे हैं, and I asked him कि क्यों नहीं आया, कहते मम्मी ने मना किया है. मैं कहा क्यों, कहते मम्मी ने आपकी YouTube पे वीडियो देखी थी. मैं कहा अच्छा ठीक है, okay, go.
How did that feel? Because
horrible because number one at that time dance classes मेरे लिए only income का जरिया था. Number two, just hearing that from a person जो एक class पहले आपको बोल रहा था सर आप कितना अच्छा डांस करते हो, like you know, who says that I look up to you and everything, now he's like just because it's something that my lifestyle, his family decided कि इसके आसपास भी नहीं भटकना है. And then that went on to you know, मतलब पहले हेलो हाई भी करते, हेलो भैया ऐसे करते हुए भी निकलेंगे, वो भी नहीं करेंगे आपस में. मतलब आई वुड एंड अप लाइक लिटरली रेजिंग माई हैंड विदाउट यू नो एनी थिंग कमिंग बैक. It is embarrassing, it is hurtful as well, but
yeah, to know that like you to know stage one to just embrace who you really are and what you want to do, and then realizing that you might just be like alone in doing that,
an outcast probably.
Yeah.
But
how do you deal with that like every day?
Yeah, I mean देखो it is difficult. I mean you said like घर पे अकेले जब बैठे होते, when you think of you know what happened throughout the day, it does bring you down and you know mood खराब होता है and all. But I feel I am at a place with myself right now, also thanks to drag, thanks to makeup. Like the power of the confidence that I've got is through makeup and through drag. तो अब आई एम एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ माई लाइफ कि मैं इन सब चीज़ों को हाँ सुनूंगा, एड्रेस करूँगा, थोड़ा रिएक्ट करूँगा, बट देन सोने से पहले लीव ऑल द रिजेंटमेंट इन द प्रीवियस डे. पिछले दिन सब बुरा छोड़ दो, आगे ही आप बिल्ड करो अपने लिए जो आपको बिल्ड करना है. एंड द मोर यू, एंड इट गिव्स मी मोर ऑफ अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू बी मोर लाउड, और मैं ड्रैग करूँ, और मैं और बड़ी विग पहनूँ, और छोटी स्कर्ट पहनूँ, जो मुझे करना है, बिकॉज स्क्रू इट, लाइक एफ एवरीवन एल्स.
अच्छा मुझे एक और चीज़ पूछनी है. तो whenever in my experience, whenever I've seen drag artists, they like उनका जो मेकअप होता है that's exaggerated makeup, right? So is it kind of like reclaiming कि बचपन से बोला जाता है that तू तो लड़की है, then reclaiming it and going all out with it, वो logic है?
थोड़ा बहुत like for it's different for everyone, but I also feel that is true कि तुम्हें मेरे 1 इंच के आई लाइनर से प्रॉब्लम थी, अब लो मैं 6 इंच आई लाइनर लगा, मैं पूरी आँख काली करके आऊँ, आप बोलो क्या हुआ.
So that's the thought process.
I'm still gonna look better than you, so
because even the costumes, even the wigs, everything is exaggerated and like loud because there's a purpose behind it, right?
अभी मतलब अभी जो viewers भी जो नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, I am a middle class brown boy, पंजाबी फैमिली से हूँ, बट राइट नाउ आई एम वेयरिंग लाइक अ पिंक हॉट पिंक शॉर्ट मिनी ड्रेस विद लाइक अ नियॉन जैकेट एंड अ पिंक विग. If that brings some picture to the audience,
yeah, if makeup makes you feel uncomfortable, that's what Betta is dressed as right now. Yeah, for a casual podcast. Let's face it, like drag artists का ये profession है. This is how they earn, and if they're so discriminated against, so tell us more about life of like a drag queen. And I mean, you may come from a certain sense of privilege, but I'm pretty sure that you're also connected to so many more people who have different stories. So tell us, what are the struggles of like if a man chooses to be a drag queen one day and put on makeup and celebrate it, what is life like?
I think number one challenge always stays society, because आप हमेशा यही सोचोगे कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, लाइक मैं इफ़ आई डू दिस तो लोग क्या कहेंगे. सो सोसाइटी के साथ ये भी आता है कि assumptions आते हैं. दे assume you are either you are transgender or you are a sex worker. And yeah, I mean they think कि इतना loud, इतना short clothes it's for them only. सब कुछ जो कर रहे हैं मेरे लिए ही कर रहे हैं, तो जो मैं सोचूंगा वो ही होगा. So that's another thing. And it sometimes becomes so bad कि directly कोई आपके ऊपर आपके सामने आएगा performance के बाद या club में, and they'll just ask you तेरा rate क्या है. And
that's
even though there's just like few words, it just pinches you in a weird way, because that is not what you want to, but that's not what you're portraying.
And they're also crossing a line like
exactly
with you,
only
because they think they can,
with your conditioning and your assumptions. You're coming up to me and you're saying just 3 words, but you don't know how impactful they may be to someone. Some people can take it in a strong way, like तू afford नहीं कर सकता. You know, sometimes they say
but
that.
they shouldn't have to be that thick-skinned.
Exactly. Why should anybody have that responsibility to, you know, become that thick-skinned person to, you know, defend themselves constantly, when I'm just at a safe space trying to be myself?
Right.
Why do I have to put up a front of, you know, a defense?
But why, I'm asking this to the both of you, why do you think it is that men find it so hard to accept that लड़कों को मेकअप करना है? क्या लॉजिक है इसका?
It's society ही है कि उन लोगों ने एक डेफिनेशन दे दिया कि मेकअप औरतों के लिए है. तो अब वो डेफिनेशन चेंज होती रहेगी विद टाइम. आप चेंज करोगे, हम द मोर वी टॉक अबाउट इट, द मोर पीपल लिसन टू. ऐसे ऐसे चेंजेस आएंगे, ऐसे ऐसे लोगों के नज़रिए में चेंज आएगा. सो दीज डेज, लाइक आई सेड थोड़ी देर पहले, कि चेंज है, आ चुका है, काफ़ी हद तक आ चुका है. बट स्टिल लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ मैन वुड एसोसिएट मेकअप, एनीथिंग मेकअप, टू women or
either the
not
LGBTQ
women,
community.
not women, anything feminine,
right.
and the whole stigma around you know, being feminine means being weak, being a second gender, or you know,
being
lower than men. So वो ही stigma है आसपास. तो because makeup भी women से related है, तो it shouldn't be around a man's
and I also
thing.
feel that masculinity to a lot of extent is defined by what women are not.
Exactly, it's not what
Nobody
men
defines
are, but जो
what women are
नहीं
not.
करना. Exactly.
We are everything that women are not.
That's actually
like
very
बचपन से ही
Yeah.
बच्चों को सिखाया जाता है कि लड़के रोते नहीं हैं.
हाँ, क्योंकि ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि लड़के स्ट्रांग होते, they'll be like
ना,
लड़के रोते
ना,
नहीं,
ना, ना,
लड़कियां
ना,
रोती हैं.
नहीं, ये लड़कियों की तरह क्यों रो रहा है तू?
या लड़कियों की तरह क्यों चल रहा है, लड़कियों की तरह क्यों बात कर
Exactly.
रहा है.
ये लड़कियों की तरह क्यों बैठा हुआ है, लड़कियों की तरह क्यों हाथ चल रहा
So
है?
they want to dissociate from anything feminine
anything
so
feminine.
bad
Exactly.
that they just fail to be themselves.
And I also feel जो ज़्यादा इसको oppose करते हैं ना, they are actually fighting their own feminine energy within themselves.
Okay, that brings me to the next segment, which is called कुछ करते हैं यार. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you guys a fun question and you just answer it. Now I'll start with Aman. What if your makeup kit could tell us a secret about you?
I am sassy and bitchy at the same time.
Is that a secret?
Sort of, because bitchy वाला side जल्दी सबको नहीं पता होता ना. That's a polar supremacy thing.
Oh, fair enough.
Not everybody knows, ना?
मैं ऐसा बोला हूँ, ये तो काफी public knowledge है वैसे. It's not a secret. But what if your makeup kit could tell us a secret about you, Betta?
Maybe that I have borderline OCD because everything is fully arranged. Even like coming down from the dressing room, before I came, I had arranged everything back very nicely.
You know why I ask this? Because I feel people are the most themselves when they're getting ready.
True.
That is their essence as a person when they're sitting in front of. Are they stressed? Are they enjoying it? Are they trying to hide something? It's in front of that vanity mirror that you find out who you really are. I feel that's why I asked this. So this brings me to the end of the podcast, and we call this the final word. Okay. So I want you, Betta, to define the modern gentleman in one word.
I think the model the modern gentleman these days would be someone who's just a little more accepting.
Accepting is a word.
Yeah. Accepting, like willing and open to accept new things. Right? Not be so rigid in your own values. If you are conditioned, great. But then be open to change.
Break out of it.
Break out of it.
That's beautiful. Aman, what about you?
For me, it would be kind. Kindness is something that we lack. And that is the reason there are so many problems around us. So I feel if we are kind towards others, a lot of things will change. A lot of negativity will go away. So I believe in one thing, giving kindness and taking kindness in return. So if a gentleman, a perfect definition would be to be kind.
Kind. Okay, that was beautiful. That was a very interesting conversation. I got to learn so much more today, and I hope all the listeners also understood what we were really talking about. And I hope that you take out the time to go and research about these things. There may be terms that you may not have understood fully. We touched upon a lot of topics, but it would take forever to discuss all of these things in detail. I really hope you go and educate yourself after this podcast and you've learned something from it. This is me, Ankush Bahuguna, signing off from yet another episode of The Gentleman Show by The Man Company, and we'll see you next time with some more interesting guests. Also, give us some feedback on social media. Tag us on Instagram @The Man Company and @Ankush Bahuguna. And yeah, we'll see you next time.